guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new fashion video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you my top 10 tips for making an outfit look more expensive even if you are on the tightest of budgets, because let's be honest, not all of us have thousands and thousands of pounds to spend on expensive clothes, but we also don't want to look cheap either. So this is where I come in with my top 10 tips. Now when I say expensive, I feel like that's maybe a little bit tongue-in-cheek. What I'm trying to say is I'm giving you tips on how to make your outfits look more polished, more put together, more chic, more sophisticated. So I really hope you find this video useful, guys. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet and not waffle on and stick to the juicy bits. So let's jump straight into it, and starting off with tip number 1. So tip number 1 is tailored trousers. I find that so many outfits look so much better replacing things like jeans, leggings, joggers with a tailored trouser instead. It adds a really lovely, almost masculine edge, but a tailored edge. I find that any sort of tailored clothing that adds a little bit of shape and structure adds to a more elevated and chic look, rather than a skin tight, more fitted item of clothing. So here you can see I'm wearing my tailored pair of white trousers. These ones are from Lilysilk. They are made from the lovely mulberry silk. It's a heavyweight silk, however the item itself is lightweight and also wrinkle resistant, which is just what we want in our tailored pieces because I can't be bothered to be steaming everything all the time. So these are a great pair. They go with a lot in my wardrobe, and I just feel like when I reach for a pair of tailored trousers such as these, I feel like they just look better than they would with me wearing a white pair of jeans, for instance. As it's summer though, I did want to show you an alternative. So maybe it's too hot for trousers, then you might want to opt for shorts. And the same rule applies. Rather than opting for a denim pair of shorts or a tighter fitting pair of shorts, I would much rather opt for a tailored pair of shorts like these pair that I'm wearing here, also from Lilysilk, made in the same fabric as the trousers. As you can see on here, they've got the gorgeous gold button detail, which I love. I feel like that just elevates them even further. A lot of the time it's little details like that in our clothing that can really set our items of clothing apart and can be the difference between when an item looks a little bit cheap as opposed to when an item looks more expensive. I also find that white outfits in general look absolutely gorgeous, especially in the summer. There's nothing better than wearing an all-white outfit. And the good thing about tailored pieces as well, although a tailored piece might feel perhaps more like office wear, I really like pairing tailored pieces with more casual pieces. So I might pair a pair of tailored trousers with a casual vest top or a casual t-shirt, and the whole look just looks really put together and without feeling like I'm on my way to the office. Okay, leading on to point 2, and that is fabrics. I feel like if you choose your fabrics wisely, it makes all of the difference with your outfits. Fabrics such as organic cotton, linen, silk, cashmere, wool, they all add to a really good outfit. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples here. I have this silk shirt here in khaki, again from Lilysilk. You can pair this with anything, and depending on the look you're going for, I just popped it with the white trousers at the beginning here just so that you can see how that looks, but also you could also pair it with shorts. And this is great not just for casual wear but also dressing up for more work wear, and I do feel like it's the fabric of this piece that really makes it look great. And here I have my cashmere cardigan. This is in a beautiful cream colour. Now this time of year in the summer it might sometimes be too hot to wear a cardigan. I really like wearing items like this tied around my shoulders as more of an elevated layering piece. Not only is it functional and something you can pop on when the temperature drops, but I feel like it just looks that little bit more expensive as well. So definitely pay attention to the fabrics in your wardrobe, and before you opt for a cheaper, maybe polyester piece, just have a look at the other fabrics available and you'll really notice the difference in how the overall outfit looks. Now, although a nicer fabric may cost a little bit more than your polyester pieces, you have to remember your cost per wear. A polyester piece is going to shrink, it's going to go a funny colour in the wash, whereas spending that little bit extra on a really nice quality fabric, it's going to last, it's going to stand the test of time, it's more classic, it's more timeless, and as I said, cost per wear, it all makes a difference. Tip number 3 would be wearing neutrals. Now, I know that might sound super boring, but I am a neutral girly. I love my neutrals. I feel like a neutral colour palette is not only the most easiest and most versatile colour range to wear, but you will actually get far more wear out of your clothes. I'm not saying that you can never wear colour or never wear a bright, bold pattern, but if that's all your wardrobe consists of, you're going to very quickly find that you have nothing to wear because patterns, bold colours stand out in people's minds. I can wear the same white t-shirt every day of the week and my outfit will look completely different each time, whereas if you wear, let's say, a bold pattern dress every day, people are going to know you're wearing the same thing because it's very standout and not as versatile as a neutral palette. And also, if you do buy bright coloured pattern, let's say a pair of trousers, you're going to need your neutral items in your wardrobe to pair with them. So it's always good to have a really good foundation of neutral clothes that make up your capsule wardrobe, and they also look very classic and very timeless. They won't age, they won't look dated, whether a certain colour is on trend or really popular at the time. A neutral colour palette is just going to look timeless year on year. Which leads me on to my next point, and that is monochrome outfits. I feel like this is the easiest trick in the book, but wearing a monochrome outfit, particularly an all black, all white, all beige look, just looks so classy and chic. It's very effortless. It has a really big impact, which is just my cup of tea when it comes to dressing. I don't want to be thinking of however many outfits to put together. I want dressing in the morning to feel simple and easy, but I want to look nice at the end of it. So as we're in summer, particularly an all white outfit I feel looks absolutely gorgeous, but even if you don't have matching pieces to go together, you can wear co-ords, you can wear jumpsuits, dresses, and it will have the exact same effect. For me, I really like just popping on a simple summer dress and pairing with some nice accessories. It's really easy, I don't have to think about it, but I do feel really nice and put together. My next tip, and it's a super simple one, but look after your clothes. There are so many outfits that I see that are ruined. It doesn't matter how much they cost, how expensive they were, whether they're designer, whether they're high street. They're ruined because the person wearing them hasn't bothered to iron them, and there's creases, there's wrinkles. It looks like they've just pulled them off the floor and shoved them on, and there's nothing that looks worse and will ruin the vibe of your outfit. So it's no good putting all this effort into choosing your outfit in the morning and putting it together if then you're not going to iron it or steam it. So one of my top tips would be to purchase a good steamer. There are so many on the market now. I've had a few. I usually buy mine from Amazon. I've had a really good Tefal one, a really good Philips one, which is the one that I currently have, and I do recommend it. It's a lot easier to carry around, but I will link a couple of good ones in the description box. I personally find it easier to steam my clothes because if you are rummaging in your wardrobe and you pick out a shirt or a pair of linen trousers you want to wear, rather than get the ironing board out and faff around, you can just quickly turn your steamer on and they're fresh and ready to go, crease free. So another element of looking after my clothes is to wash them correctly. So follow the instructions on your washing labels, guys. We don't want shrinked linen shirts. We don't want faded white t-shirts. So I know it sounds so simple, but even things like your white starting to grey out, it doesn't matter how much you paid for the item, it will definitely cheapen it in the long run if you don't look after it. I also really highly recommend getting a lint roller if you don't already have one. If you have pets, I have 2 dogs, luckily they don't shed. However, I will get the odd bit of dust and things on my clothes, so I like to just lint roll them off. And the same with a de-bobbler. If you have knitwear, especially in the autumn winter, there's nothing worse than when you've had your favourite jumper for a few years and it starts to go all knobbly bobbly. So a de-bobbler definitely should be on your list if you don't already have one. My next top tip would be to opt for items that add shape. So for me, that includes things like blazers. I prefer blazers to have shoulder pads and to be a little bit oversized. For me, I feel like an outfit that is completely tight, sort of top tight bottoms, can just look more cheap than an outfit that offers some sort of shape or structure. Again, things like pointed toe shoes, I feel like that just adds an element of shape and interest to an outfit. And an accentuated waist, whether you're wearing, like I am here, a long line waistcoat, but as you can see the waist nips in, just adds that little bit of intrigue and interest. Or if you're wearing a dress and you want to nip in the waist using a belt, again you can add the shape yourself. It doesn't have to be tailor-made when you bought it. You can add a belt around the waist, that works just as well. So speaking of shape, you also need to be ruthless with the fit of your clothes. I mentioned this on my Instagram not too long ago. The amount of times that I've had friends come around my house, or I've been around my friend's house and we've been getting ready and they've been trying to decide what to wear, and they'll grab something to wear it and they'll put it on and they will literally say, "This doesn't fit me very well, but I'm going to wear it anyway." And I'm like, why is it even in your wardrobe if it doesn't fit you very well? So one thing I would say is to be really ruthless with the fit of things. If you know you don't like the fit of something, then you need to either get rid, have it tailored, or accept a loss on it, I'm afraid. There's certain things with me that I much prefer. So I am quite a tall girly, I'm 5'8", and sometimes it can be quite hard. I'm also very long in the leg. Sometimes it can be very hard to find trousers that I like. I like my trousers to just about be sweeping the floor. I don't like them too short around my ankles. So it doesn't matter how much I like a pair of trousers on someone else. If they're not fitting me right, I'm not buying them. Because also, along with a poor fit making your outfit look cheap, it will also ruin your confidence. And I feel like wearing an outfit with confidence also adds to making it feel and look more chic and put together. If you are walking around with your head and your eyes facing the floor, you don't feel good, it's going to show. Whereas if you are wearing a really great fitting outfit that accentuates all your good parts and makes you feel great, then overall you're going to look and feel better. Another thing I would mention is neutral makeup and kept hair. Now, in regards to makeup, I would say a more natural looking face of makeup usually looks a little bit more simple and put together and complements a neutral colour palette and your more expensive looking outfit. Sometimes if you wear a really bold or really heavy face of makeup and you pair it with your outfits, it can really overpower the look and just throw things off. Now, I'm not saying that you need to wear no foundation or wear a neutral lip all the time, but it has to be balanced. So there's nothing I love more in the summertime for an evening than wearing a red lip. But if I'm going to wear a red lip, then I'm not also going to wear a dark smoky eye with big fake black eyelashes as well, because it will just look too much paired against my outfit and it will throw everything off. And again, with hair, it doesn't matter what hair type you have, what texture of hair you have, everyone looks better when they've done something with their hair. So for me, I like to do this style when it's down, my kind of easy go-to blow dry, and when my hair is getting closer to needing a wash, I might have it sleek behind my ears or wear it in a really nice sleek bun, because that's just my way of feeling put together on the day rather than having greasy looking hair down by my face. But it all makes a difference. I feel like hair and makeup is the cherry on the top when it comes to outfits. Okay, I have to give this one a mention, and that is accessories. So we are talking belts, bags, jewellery, and this is where I cannot stress enough that You do not have to go designer to look more expensive on this front. Now, me personally, I do like the odd designer handbag. However, 90% of my wardrobe is from the high street. I feel like there are so many really great high street dupes when it comes to designer bags. I'm not condoning buying fakes. I feel like that's a whole other kettle of fish, but a dupe from the high street is completely different and something that I definitely do advise. So pick your really standard basic go-to colours. You really need that grey everyday essential black bag, your tan bag. I personally like more sort of classic shapes and structures, bags that will go and elevate all of my outfits rather than a more trendy piece or a brightly coloured handbag. And again, with designer, just because it's designer does not mean it looks expensive. I think nothing looks more cheap than a designer bag with a really loud logo all over it. I just feel like it does the exact opposite. It doesn't matter how much it costs. I feel like I definitely lean more towards the quiet luxury aesthetic and something a little bit more understated. So something like this is my Fendi Peekaboo, and a reason that I really love this bag is just because of how understated it is but how classic it looks. And one thing I will say is I get asked where this bag is from all the time. It's not covered in loud logos, it's not very obvious where it's from, and I love that for this bag. However, there are some great dupes on the high street. I really recommend having a look at Marks and Spencer's. They have some really great dupes for designer handbags. Also places like Mango and Other Stories, they have some great bags. And the exact same applies to belts. You don't have to go designer, go for classic colours and shapes. They will look just as good. One of my most asked about belts is just a really simple tan belt from New Look. It was less than £20, so it just goes to show you do not have to spend a fortune on accessories, but they do matter. They are the icing on the cake when it comes to your outfits. And then finally, I would have to say the devil is in the detail when it comes to your clothes, and there are certain elements of pieces that I would just 100% avoid that I feel like will really cheapen a look. For example, zips that are on show on outfits, I really don't like. I feel like they look so much more expensive when they've been kept concealed. I don't like to see a zip. I don't like to see zips here with the round little, you know, the little, I'll pop a picture on here, but the round little pullers, I feel like it just cheapens the look. Instead of opting for things like hooded jackets or hoodies, I would opt for a cardigan or something with no hood, a lightweight jacket. It just looks more put together and polished. And I would also avoid clothes that have a poor finish. So things like ripped jeans or jeans with distressed hems at the bottom I would avoid. Items that have loose cotton, maybe the seams aren't quite right on them. It's just a dead giveaway that the item hasn't cost a lot, it was poorly made. Now you can still get items for the same price range that have a really good finish, but as I said, it's hit and miss. It's just something to be aware of when shopping for your clothes. Okay guys, and that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this, hopefully super quick, my top 10 tips on how to make your outfits look more expensive. If you did enjoy this video guys, please do let me know and give it a thumbs up. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.